Now we'll move on to the United Way's Community Impact Awards, which I'm sure one day, maybe one of these fine young people will be the recipient of. The Community Impact Award is presented to a person who embodies the true spirit of impact. Recipients demonstrate collaboration, collective action, and selfless commitment for the common good that results in measurable improvements in the community and positions recipients as examples for others to follow. The Oceana County Committee Chair, Dawn Riley, was looking forward to presenting the Oceana County Impact Award this evening, but unfortunately she had to leave town for a funeral, so she sends her regards. She does also send her congratulations to her friend and fellow committee member, this year's Oceana County Community Impact Award recipient, Ruth Novitskas. Dawn nominated Ruth for this award because she's an active and collaborative professional and volunteer on behalf of United Way in her community. As a human resource professional with Shelby State Bank, Ruth serves as both United Way's workplace campaign coordinator, as well as a liaison to the Tri-County North Employer Resource Network. This has been a valuable source of knowledge for Oceana County's community needs for United Way. Ruth shares and applies that knowledge as an active member of our community committee, helping to review programs and make important funding decisions. She's also worked tirelessly to ensure the success of our annual Day of Caring and has organized and supported several community food trucks and pantries. Her knowledge of the community and willingness to get involved whenever needed makes her an incredible asset, not just to United Way, but to Oceana County. Ruth, it is with great honor that we present the 2016 Community Impact Award for Oceana County to you. We greatly appreciate you and the work that you do for United Way and the people of Oceana County. As part of the award, the United Way will give a donation of $500 to the charity of your choice. Newaygo County's Impact Award will now be presented by the United Way of the Lakeshore Newaygo County Director, Mr. Jim Reinberg.
Thank you very much. Nice to be here tonight. It is my sincere pleasure to present Stuart Sanders with Newaygo County's Community Impact Award. As Newaygo County's Register of Deeds, Stuart is a community leader both professionally and personally. Stu serves as third vice president for the Michigan Association of Register of Deeds, as race director for the St. Nick Kick in Newaygo, and currently sits on the Gerber Foundation Scholarship Committee and as head trustee of the Helen Sanders Memorial Scholarship. Stu joined the Newaygo County United Way Community Committee in November of 2014, and last year accepted the role of committee chair and representative to the United Way of the Lakeshore Board of Directors. Stu volunteers his carpentry skills annually for Newaygo County's Day of Caring projects and has established a connection with a number of agencies, both locally and statewide, on behalf of United Way and as an active Rotarian with the White Cloud Club. Stu is very passionate about education, having taught mathematics at the Newaygo High School for 30 years, as well as being an adjunct professor with Baker College. Therefore, it is not surprising that Stu has engaged the Newaygo High School students in fundraising activities on behalf of United Way and the community. The students raised almost $800 from homecoming activities this first year. And with Stu's nurturing, the fundraising concept has now become a fixed part of future high school events and will be a dedicated positive community outcome for years and years. Thank you, Stu, for not only living united yourself, but for teaching Newaygo County's future leaders to do the same. It is my great honor to have this award presented to you in appreciation for the tireless work that you do for the people of Newaygo County through your United Way leadership. Thank you, Stu. As part of the award, we will give a donation of $500 to the charity of Stu's Choice also. Now, please help me in drawing winners for the Newaygo County basket put together by our committee and the GVSU football tickets donated by our Newaygo County committee member, Robert Ross. So I'll let Stu do the drawing.
They're digging deep.
Okay, it's a 3. 312 532. 312 532.
One is that?
Bingo.
Got one?
Kevin Lloyd. Oh, Kevin Lloyd.
Oh, good.
Does he get to win if he's not here?
I was in charge of his tickets, so he didn't walk far.
One more?
Write his name on it.
And this is
Kevin Lloyd won the Newaygo County basket that included some great golf and lots of different highlights from Newaygo County. So thanks to that committee for putting that together. And then this one is Grand Valley Laker football tickets on November 11th. And so we're going to talk about that.
okay, it's another 3. 312 451. 451.
Try again.
No one? Okay. Another 3. 312 589. Right there. Good. Now on to our Community Impact Award for Muskegon County, being presented by Carla Flanders, who serves on United Way's Volunteer Center Advisory Committee. Carla?
Hello, everybody. As the person who nominated the 2016 Community Impact Award recipient, it is my extreme pleasure to share with you just some of the many ways that Michael Ramsey serves our great community, both through his work with Mercy Health's McLeese Clinic and as a community volunteer. Michael is a devoted volunteer and advocate for those in need of food, shelter, and basic necessities. He has worked tirelessly to connect individuals with community resources. Besides creating a food pantry at Mercy Health, Michael has facilitated the Project Homeless Connect and Veteran Stand Down Resource Fair for those in need of shelter, and a health and hygiene drive that is gathering products to be distributed to our area homeless. This is all part of his role as outreach chair for the Muskegon County Homeless Continuum of Care, which has taken him to the streets 4 times per year to conduct a point-in-time survey of Muskegon County's homeless population. Michael has also been integral in launching a coalition called Up Front that brings sexual health education and awareness to the community. I know him best through his service as a volunteer coordinator for the Lakeshore Art Festival, where he assists in recruiting and managing nearly 300 volunteers. It is in that role that I saw him teach the value of volunteering to a young man with developmental disabilities. Michael went above and beyond to ensure that the young man's volunteer experience left him feeling valued and included as part of his community, making a big difference in that volunteer's life and in those who interacted with him. Today we recognize Michael for making a difference in the lives of many, for being a giving individual, an exemplary volunteer, and a strong community advocate. It is therefore not surprising that he cannot be here tonight to accept this award because he is actually speaking to a group of patients living with HIV and their providers in Cleveland. On behalf of United Way, and the community he serves, it is my pleasure to have nominated him for this much-deserved Community Impact Award, and I will be sure that he receives it. Thank you. As part of the award, a donation of $500 will also be made to the charity of his choice. So, on to the next, or
We're
drawing?
gonna let you do it.
Carla draw from Jana's basket. We'll let her tell about the basket.
This basket has been donated by West Michigan United Labor, and this year we hosted an awesome Sportsman's Well Game dinner where all the proceeds will be going to support the focus of the United Way mission to help Alice families in our community. And we were able to raise close to $14,000 this year in order to keep this partnership strong and support these families. And this is just a little bit of an idea of some of the items that we had at the Sportsman's Ball Game dinner. This camping package, we want to really promote being outdoors and spending time with family and getting out there and enjoying what this community has to offer.
And the winner is, it's not a 3, sorry. It's 555-359. 555-359. Anybody? Bueller? We have a winner! Right over there. Excellent. Well, our final award tonight will now be presented by United Way of the Lakeshore board member and United After Work Retirees Chair, Bob Carter.
Good evening, everyone. Glad to be here. A couple months ago, 18 months ago, I was asked to participate in the ALICE program, and it took me about a year and a half to really figure out what it was all about, because I thought that I was one of those ALICE people. I'm asset limited, income constrained, and unemployed, and I found out it wasn't unemployment, it was employed. I'm really feeling it's a great honor for me to be here tonight and to make this presentation. United Way has a long history of bringing together people to give, advocate, and volunteer for the greater good, and to giving individuals an opportunity to leave a legacy of caring here along the Lake Shore. In 2016, United Way in our community lost several friends whose legacy will continue because of their lifetimes of generosity. At this time, I ask that we fondly remember Norm Cruzy, Nettie Lemon, Dick and Nancy Morgenstern, and Gary Ostrom, and their contributions to our community. It is now my distinct honor to, as someone who has served in some of the same community organizations with her, including United Way's newly formed United After Work group, to present the Legacy of Caring Award to someone who has made her own significant contributions along the Lake Shore. Mary Payne has spent a lifetime giving, advocating, and volunteering for our community, and is truly deserving of United Way's highest honor. Her giving, often done through the Mary C. Payne Fund she established at the Community Foundation for Muskegon County, is often centered on children, women, and the underserved and underrepresented. In recent years, she has been a great part of bringing playgrounds to inner city housing projects, and a love of music and the arts to underprivileged kids, while also financially supporting countless other community causes. She is a longtime advocate for social justice, and as a former sheriff, I can tell you that I've had many conversations about this issue with her over the years. Serving as chair of the League of Women's Voters and on the Community Corrections Board for many years. For this advocacy, Mary received the Liberty Bell Award from the Muskegon County Bar Association, which recognizes outstanding service performed by a citizen who has given time and energy to strengthen the effectiveness of the American system of justice and to improve or solve community needs. Mary's volunteerism reflects her passion for justice as well. She was part of the initial advisory group to consider mediation as an alternative to the local court system and was trained as a mediator in March 1993 as part of the very first class. She has served continuously as a volunteer since the inception of mediation and restorative services, including many years as a board member for this United Way Partner Program. Mary also has a passion for the outdoors and gardening and has done so for the Hume Home and other community gardens while also serving on the Parks and Recreation Committee for Muskegon Township, where she is a local resident. Mary is a mother and a grandmother, and like many of other most generous donors, a retired teacher, having taught math to 7th and 8th graders at Oak Ridge schools for decades. Maybe that is why when we first shared our new bold goal with Mary, she was almost interested in the math behind the struggles of working families. How could families get by on so little, and what could we do to help people better understand how to stretch their dollars and make their money work for them? In 2016, Mary did some math on her own and decided to add her already generous annual gift to become our newest Tocqueville support of beneficiary literacy program for Alice families. Mary, your humble service, added to your incredible generosity, and multiplied by your belief that knowledge is power, will equal a change in the way of life of Alice families for years to come. I'd like to invite Mary to come to the stage, please. Mary, we present you with this 2016 Legacy of Caring Award in recognition of your lifetime of incredible philanthropy and the lasting impact you have made on the lives of so many. Thank you very much for your service. As the chairman of the Retiree United After Work Group, we all have an opportunity to leave a legacy, like Mary. We all can be part of building a thriving community in many different ways. We have already seen some improvements for working families since the first Alice report in 2012, but there's still much more work to be done. There are still so many ways each of us can help.